Captain Daniel Hadawi on board the Island Spirit up there at Ventura Sportfishing. Daniel, how are you?
I'm doing well, Phil. How are you doing?
I am doing great, man. I tell you what, I saw a 10-plus pound red caught on your rig the other day. That is one heck of a big Western Outdoor News Rockfish Rumble. And by the looks of it, I'm really sad I wasn't there. It looked like a great event.
Yeah, it was a huge success. It was a lot of fun for sure. I think our people had a good time. Cody had a phenomenal day as well. It was a lot of fun.
So what was the deal there? Did Western Outdoor News, they kind of organized it? Did they have some raffle prizes or something like that? Or how did that whole thing go?
Yeah, so it's a tournament that Western Outdoor News puts up a couple times a year. I know in April they do a Rockfish Rumble, which we just wrapped up, and then in midsummer sometime, I believe in July they do the Channel Islands Shootout. It's called. It's more of like a game fish thing, like sea bass, halibut, yellowtail, barracuda, bass, like all that kind of stuff. So we just did the rockfish tournament. Just 3 boats go out, us, the Californian, and the Pacific Eagle. There's sponsors. Everybody gets like a goodie bag when they get on the boat, and there's like a combined boat jackpot, first, second, third place, like a big cash prize, and all kinds of goodies from the sponsors there. Yeah, it was. We had a 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. trip, so we were able to extend our range a little bit and found an area of some nice biting rockfish. It was as good as it gets. It was pretty impressive. Um, Not really. I mean, we kind of kept it under 540-ish feet. I think most of the time we were fishing anywhere from like 350 to 500. It was about the depth we were fishing in most of the day. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, it was a fun trip. There's a lot of guys on that trip that came up and said they watched our show and all that good stuff. So I was happy to have them out on the boat, and it's good to see him catch some nice big fish as well. I'm having a little hard time hearing you as well, Phil. I think you're asking about our weather tomorrow. That's a little better. Yeah. The weather. I'm kind of waiting to see the afternoon report on whether or not we're gonna go fishing tomorrow. Does it kind of does look a little bit windy from what I've seen so far. So there's a chance we may have to reschedule um, all of our passengers to another day. But Sunday looks a little better, and as I was looking forward on the weather forecast, it looks really nice during the week next week, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It looks really nice, and I've already seen a couple people showing interest in some of our trips and making some reservations there. So I'd really like to get out during the week next week. You don't really get weather better than that, and opportunity to fish on this boat with a light load. So just hoping that some of you guys want to come fishing with us during the week next week.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. Now, Sunday, kids fish free. Am I right?
That is correct. This Sunday we do have our kids fish free special rolling. I believe we have. I'm not 100% positive, but I think we only have 10 signed up, so we do need some more to roll. But kids fish free Sunday is certainly on this weekend.
All right. Yeah, I had a guy call me Daniel Lightfoot today asking me, hey, is that going to go on all year long? To which I responded, yes, it is. And so he was thrilled to hear that because he's planning on bringing his grandson out on several trips. So
Nice.
tackle wise, tackle wise for Sunday, Monday, still about the same. But just in case somebody's new to the show, why don't you tell them what to show up with? Two outfits, and if so, what do they want to bring?
Yeah. You can totally get by with one fishing pole, and be able to fish, anything that we come across on our trip. Just for example, we have really nice rent rods in the office, and all the fellows that rent a rod upstairs there before the trip have no problem. That rent rod is plenty good to fish, deeper water cod, fish inside shallow. It's a great all around setup, and you can have all your bases covered with that there. But if you're somebody with more experience and you got a nice collection of rods and all that stuff, if I was coming out fishing personally, I'd probably bring two setups. I'd bring like a medium kind of setup that's comfortable to fish in deep water with, like a reel that has a good amount of line capacity on there, and you can drop to 500 feet or whatnot if we're going after some of those nice quality deep water fish. And then I'd
Right.
also bring a lighter setup, like a you know 15-20 pound stick, something that you can fish inside shallow with. Um, for halibut, whitefish, sheephead, whatever stuff like that. But if you have like a light setup and a medium setup, you got all your bases covered, and you'll be totally fine.
Right. And you not only look at the rockfish and focus primarily on that, but at times you'll go check out the kelp line or in some shallower water looking for a halibut or a sea bass, something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. So as long as you just got a setup where you can fish you know, like a fluke, sliding sinker, fly line bait, just something that's comfortable to fish inside with, you'll be fine.
I want to thank AJ for the audio checks because we don't know that something's going wrong unless you let us know. And he says everything is good right now. So thank you so much for that. Scott Grant says, any plans for doing earlier departures or an overnight trip? No, you're 8 to 4, right? All year long.
Yeah, we're 8 to 4 until further notice. I don't know. Maybe eventually we can get something rolling, like an earlier departure, if we want to do some kind of like a special during the week. That's maybe something to try in the future. But this boat also does charters. If you guys want to do a charter, you can charter us for a full day trip. We can do a 5 to 5 trip, or anything that you guys want, really, if you book a charter with us. But as far as our open party trips, we are doing the half day run.
And the best way to get a charter is to go through the office or go directly to you. What's best?
Yeah, you can. The office will be able to help you out there. You can obviously call me if you'd like, but I'm going to direct you to the office. So if you call Ventura Sportfishing at 805-676-3474, they will be able to get you set up with a charter date.
All right, very, very good. Daniel, here recently, I've noticed a little uptick in the halibut counts going on. I saw a good count up there out of Santa Barbara, and Tucker on his overnight trip had a dozen
Yeah.
halibut. It seems like that's starting to click again.
Yeah, it looks like it's turning on again. I'm itching to go fish halibut. I really want to go do it. Just we had our rockfish rumble yesterday, and then on our couple trips before that, we kind of had to weather problems and had to get off the island a little bit, and just didn't really have the conditions for it. But yeah, it looks like Tucker got him yesterday. Weather looks nice coming up. Looks like we're gonna have a ample opportunity to go fish some of that stuff.
Right. Oh man, I love that. I love that combo, man. Fishing rockfish and then getting a shot at a flatty or a
Yeah.
sea bass. I totally love that. Do you know a guy named Mitch who would say pee poo poo to you? Because
I
there's
don't
some
I
guy
don't think
saying
so.
that. That sounds like something I would play on Scott Bukert, but I don't know. All right, Q Ball says he's happy to see both of us here. Ackman says, and Daniel, and he says it was great fishing with you guys on the opener. Oh, shoot, he was one of the guys that was on that opener trip. That was so much fun. And I'm not sure exactly who you are, but I met so many nice people. And that includes Bert and the galley, the crew guys on board the Island Spirit. And of course, you, Daniel. What a great group of people for that
Thank you, thank
opener.
you. It's Arthur.
Oh, Arthur. I know
Yeah.
Arthur. I definitely know Arthur. He's a great guy. Arthur, I hope we see you on our May 31st trip or you get up there and go fishing here really, really soon. Madison Reynolds. Everyone go fishing with Captain Daniel. You won't be disappointed. Do you know Madison?
Yeah, that's my girlfriend.
Oh, Madison, number one. I agree with you
Oh yeah.
100%. You will not be disappointed. And yeah, he says it's Arthur. Arthur, it's good to see you here, my friend. I hope you're doing really, really well. And Scott Grant says the opener was fantastic. Of course, Scott had his first ling caught, and it was a
Yeah.
sizable ling at that. I don't know if you remember that. I'm sure you
Oh,
do,
I remember
Daniel.
Scott was our jackpot winner that day. He had a great trip.
Yes, for sure. Robert Graber is on here right now, and he says, "Dang it, joining late. Good afternoon, Phil and Daniel, and the Friedman Adventures family. Great time at the Rumble, even though I got put in Rumble jail by Ron. You know anything about that?"
Robert was doing fantastic. He was using his electric reel, and he must have filled up probably more than a whole sack.
Uh, that's great. He's fishing with the piston fun reel, right? That's what I like
Yeah.
to call it, anyway. Yes, Robert, you're going to get in trouble if you do piss and fun in public, so be careful. Scott Grant says, any official word on when reds drop from 4 to 2? I think the new regs are not yet in effect. I thought it was 2 right now. What is it?
Yeah, so when we left on our opener, I was under the impression that we could only keep two. So we got pretty close to our limits and we didn't let anyone keep more than two. And then I came to found out that you could still keep four until it, becomes official or whatnot. So I guess we're waiting on an email for the law to go into effect that you can only keep two, so you can still keep four. And I know everybody that has been fishing cod has been keeping four, and we did the same as well yesterday. We got limits of reds with four around. So until we get official notice, we can still keep four. But I know the two fish thing is coming soon. Kind of just waiting on a email.
Yeah, that's a shame, but there's still
Yeah.
plenty of other stuff to catch. And before you know it, we're going to be catching barracuda and yellows and
Yeah.
all kinds of other stuff for sure. So tomorrow is dubious. I know that. We're going to roll that over perhaps to Sunday where kids fish for free. And then next week is looking really good, and especially weather wise. Daniel, I've been saying pretty much, and I know this puts a little pressure on you, but if you get good weather, 9 times out of 10, you're going to make a good catch on the bottom grabbers.
Yeah. We're gonna we're gonna try our butts off every day, no matter what the weather is. But it certainly does make life a lot easier when, like for me running the boat, when we have nice conditions, I can tell which way the boat's gonna drift, which way the lines are gonna go, all that good stuff. So I can, put you guys on the fish and drift over the spots we want to drift over. It's hard when the weather's funky and we're drifting a different direction on each drift. It makes it a lot harder to put fish on the boat. So anytime we get nice weather, it's always a big bonus.
Oh, heck yeah. Did you mention the range in terms of weight that you want people to bring? Was it like 6 ounces to 16? Is that?
Yeah, yeah. 6 ounces to 16 is a safe bet. Obviously, you want the 16-ounce sinkers for if we're fishing deep, trying to get some nice quality rockfish. But we do like to fish shallow a lot, and try for halibut, and then also fish shallow inside for like whitefish, sheephead, lingcod, stuff like that. And bring a couple 6 ounce sinkers, maybe a couple 10-ounce sinkers, and a couple 16-ounce sinkers. You'll be plenty fine.
And dropper loop is appropriate when you're fishing halibut, sea bass, that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, dropper loop is always the way to go.
Robert Graber says, Yeeper Peeper's more fun than should be legal with the pissin' fun. Wahoo! Pissin' fun, man. I'm telling you, you're going to get
Yeah.
yourself in trouble, Robert, one of these days. So, the best way, if people want to book up and join you either Sunday or next week, what is it, Daniel?
Yeah, so the landing is open. You can call the landing at any time at 805-676-3474 and ask about the Island Spirit. Or you can book with us online at venturasportfishing.com. And either way, you'll be able to get yourself a ticket to come out on our boat.
All right. It's always good to see you. Stay dry up there. Lots of people watching, and I hope a bunch of people jump on board with you on Sunday. So
Yeah.
happy you had such a great event with the Western Outdoor News Rockfish Rumble. And I'm looking forward to coming up there. You know, Mackie's sitting right next to me here.
What's up,
And
Mackie?
he's looking forward to coming up and shooting some video again with me. So take great care, Daniel. Always good to see you, and we'll see you at Ventura Sport Fishing really soon.
Awesome. Thank you, Phil. Have a nice day.
Same to you. Take care.
Alrighty. Goodbye.